name is Zach, and welcome to another live stream of AC Syndicate, my 100% series. Give me one moment. There we go. So today we are going to be making a little bit more progress today. Go ahead and test my audio real quick. Okay, good. What we are going to be doing first and foremost is doing this last Darwin mission, doing this Darwin orchid thing. Depending on if you have any more missions that pop up after that, we are going to be doing the World War I memories. Let's go ahead and head over to Cruel Caricature, and we'll do that. Maybe a shorter live stream. I kind of made a deal with one of my friends to kind of have a partial day where I kind of a boosted stream, and we kind of agree that her friends are going to come over and watch for about 2 hours, so probably going to be going for about that long. Because I really want to get affiliate, and I do know that the length of time you have like X amount of viewers in a stream does actually matter. So if I stream 4 hours and only had over 3 viewers for 2 hours, then I'll kind of be affected less because I have like 2 hours where I'm just don't really have that many viewers. So gonna be streaming for 2 hours today. Or about 2 hours, should say.
We are not apes. If the circumstances were not so grave, I'd compliment the artist on the wonderful caricature. They are fools if they believe they can stop progress by printing leaflets and killing newsboys. We must find out who is behind this propaganda before more innocents are harmed. I should very much like it if you could find and remove these awful things. Perhaps you can catch one of the bill posters red-handed.
Yeah, let's go. I did not mean to do that. I was playing a different game and I thought that
something is going on.
I literally thought that Y was to use Eagle Vision. There you go. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I actually feel really good about today. And actually managed to beat Pokemon Red for the first time today. Like literally an hour or so before, a couple hours before I started streaming, I managed to beat Pokemon Red, and I not only managed to beat it, but thanks to the emulation having like things where I can just modify certain I can modify certain wild encounters thing. I actually managed to complete the Pokedex as well. First time I ever completed a Pokedex in any Pokemon game, and the first time I beat a Gen 1 game. Honestly, probably could not have done it if it weren't for the fact that I was quit playing for free via an emulator. Pokemon Red for Game Boy Color is so expensive nowadays because it's an old Game Boy Color and they're not making any new ones. So if you were to try and buy a Game Boy Color Pokemon Red game off of Amazon, it will cost you oftentimes over $200. That's how expensive that game is.
That's a girl. Easy, girl. Easy.
Will you just get the fuck out of the way? Trying to catch up to this guy. Dude, why is he going so crazily?
Whoa, easy. Who taught you how to drive?
There we go.
Oi! What are you doing over there?
Tackle the bill poster. God, he runs fast. Kind of runs weirdly too. Come on, get back here. Dude, he runs faster than me. Get back here. Dude, Jacob, you are so slow. Jacob is by far the slowest assassin. Something I could get a double assassination there, but didn't really do it right. Okay, so I need one more. If we can connect these two. Then we bring this over here. Hopefully that water won't ruin it. Is there any more? Yes, there is. Not that many, though. We have a problem. You're actually out of things. I legitimately wonder if this will be enough to do it. Hoping it is. It is. That should be 100% sync. So it looks like that may be it for right now. So let's go ahead and do this Darwin and Dickens conspiracy. Need to check something first. I will say I'm kind of a little bit worried at this point. I spent about $400 total to this artist friend of mine, and she and her friends are supposed to come in and help me get to an affiliate, and I'm so close to getting it, and she kind of stopped at the last 45 minutes of the last stream. And now I'm no longer sure I'm going to be able to get affiliate after today's stream. It's just, I've been so close. It's just like the biggest letdown for me. How am I running there? I can just fast travel. Actually, it's faster going this way. I just have no idea if she's even seen my message or anything, because we talk on Discord, and it's not like I can just tell if she's like seen or read my thing. So it's just kind of frustrating. It's just trying to swim over there. I think this may be a DLC thing. Don't know for sure though.
My young friend, I'm sorry to be so blunt, but I need to ask a favor of you. A delivery awaits me at the docks. A very rare orchid, all the way from the island of Madagascar. But there is a problem. One of my associates wants the flower for himself. He sent ruffians to collect it, if you can believe that.
Dude, let me play. I'm timed. Dude, this is such bullshit.
To collect it for me first.
Yeah, almost there. Made it there before the thugs. And now I need to speak to Darwin. Let's go to the let's go to the road. I'm actually gonna get this carriage because I don't know if that was technically gonna be called a carriage or not. Okay, let's go see Darwin.
Steady on.
I wonder why they would the blighters would want an orchid. It's kind of strange.
Let's go. Thank you, my young friend, thank you. This little orchid may seem inconsequential, but it holds secrets which could potentially change our very understanding of the world. It would have been a shame to lose it. Shame indeed. Thank you.
100% sync. 100% sync. It looks like the next one is actually in Westminster, so we will save that for much later. Let's go ahead and do the World War One simulation now. And when I fast travel, it marks my objective. Okay, so this upcoming sequence, I think it only it's like a Gang Conquest thing inside of World War One. I think there's like 4, I guess you could say, like gang takeover missions, and then you have like an actual final mission. So you're gonna treat it like we did for clearing out each district, which is we are going to do the viewpoints first. Then we are going to be doing the gang missions before we finally go ahead and do the
Come closer, Cypher.
do the collectibles.
Perhaps we have met before. Perhaps not. You search for an artifact. Let me show you the truth.
Sounds like either Juno or Minerva. I think it's actually Minerva. Or it's Juno. I can't remember.
Are you there? Your readings are going haywire. Force, get out. You have to get out.
Hello. In the past, you hunt for one of my artifacts, but I come to you today to speak of the future. Follow Lydia Fry. She will lead you to me.
It's either World War One or World War Two is when this takes place. I think it's World War One. Kind of looks a bit similar to Evie.
What's the position of the second wave?
1 hour away, at most.
Don't worry, it's just the generator acting up. I'll see to it.
He even has the same voice line. It sounds exactly like E.B. Fry. That's funny.
Stop right there.
That's not very polite.
Even in these trying times, we must never forget the laws of common courtesy. Arms down.
Winston Churchill.
We appear to have been following the same trail, Miss Fry.
I got here first.
Indeed, you are to be commended. I fear, however, that we have not wholly rooted out evil in this vicinity.
There's another radio.
Accompany me, if you would be so kind. That second device must be found, or new waves of Zeppelins will soon blanket the heavens.
Short on soldiers, are we?
If you could put your considerable talents to good use at Tower Bridge, you would have the thanks of a brave but beleaguered nation.
I would settle for the right to vote.
That is cool. Okay, so... Oh, there's a lot of collectibles here. This is still information about the radio. Oh, my batteries are low. Let's fix that. I'll get in there.
Names, dates. Ah, here's a mention of a radio. Where is it?
Okay, let's go to the next one. Do you even have any viewpoints to sync up? Doesn't look like it, not yet.
Getting closer. The radio's close to the river, but I need more than this.
Okay, move on.
Any minute now. Chaos like you've never seen before. Just get the... Oh, shit! Jason, stop! We have company. Down some fucking clipper for me!
What are blighters doing in World War One?
Clever.
There we go.
On the bridge itself, North Tower. I should drop by and say hello.
Come on. Dude, I'm trying to get you. Cooperate, please. So the spy is manning the radio.
I know what we've been told, but this still...
Stop her! On down!
There you go. Talk to Churchill over the radio.
It is done, sir.
Let us postpone celebrations. One of the bloody blips has broken through. Not to worry. I have a contingency plan.
There's one. Come on. There you go.
Over there! They're coming for us! In position!
Okay, where's the planes? There's two planes, but I don't have a shot on them. There's one. It's kind of like really iffy. Take cover. There's two. There's three.
Heartwarming sight, Miss Fry.
Your remarkably armed boat deserves a share of recognition.
One of my experimental projects when I was Lord of the Admiralty. I haven't always been a man of shadows.
And I suppose this victory will thrust you back into the limelight.
We may have struck a blow against the enemy, but London is still riddled with German agents. Currently, there's a new group, unlike anything I've seen before. Theirs is a fanatical, almost religious fervor.
And you believe I'm the woman to flush them out?
Indeed. I dare not approach Mr. Asquith without firmer evidence, but I believe they pose an immediate threat. If you can see to this, I give you my word that once I've battled my way back into Parliament, I shall see if something can't be done about your request. As you're aware, a vote can be far more lethal than a bullet or a
blade.
Outfits, military suit.
Once I walked the earth as you do. I was born to the Illuminat caste in the city of Phaon in the year 2195 of the Isu era. Now I travel the vast corridors of your machines, adrift here within the grave. But I grow stronger. The world is nearly ready for my return. And so I have summoned you to this war-torn simulation to tell you a story. It is our story.
Okay, so we have viewpoint there, and a viewpoint there. Let's go ahead and synchronize viewpoints first. Look at all the stuff we have to pick up eventually. But we're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we are going to be going to this viewpoint and then this viewpoint. Oh, I can climb this? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought that would be too steep to climb. Kind of interesting looking tanks. I'll say it's been about an hour, and so far, my friend and her friends hasn't actually come by to the stream. I'm gonna be perfectly honest here, I don't think I'd be able to get affiliate. I had such a strong start, but it's just, she told me to message her when I go live, and I told her yesterday, like 30 minutes before I went live, and I told her today, 25 minutes before I went live, and she didn't respond to my message like she normally does. Like, something clearly is going on with her. And it's really genuinely beginning to frustrate me. In all likelihood, if she was there from beginning to end of my stream yesterday, I may actually be affiliate by now. But she came in the last 45 minutes, and then the first 2.5 hours, I guess. Yeah, about 2.5 hours. I was streaming to one person. So because for most of the stream I didn't have more than one person watching, I only went up 0.01 points in affiliate and viewer progress. I went from 2.7 to 2.71. And if she was there from beginning to end, I genuinely believe that I may already have affiliate, or I may be close to getting affiliate. She's been disappointing me. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest here. Like, I've just been disappointed.
There must be something of interest here. Excellent choice. Hope to see you again.
I hope you like my new office, Miss Fry. As you can see, my informants have found some promising leads. Evidence of spy activity has surfaced around the field hospital, St. Catherine's Docks, and the Tower of London. I needn't remind you how crucial it is that we put a stop to these infiltrators.
I think at this point, I think it may be best to just try and like work on this on my own. Like, I'm not gonna like pay her anymore for this if she's not gonna come in and help me. So I genuinely think that I will actually be able to get affiliate relatively easily if I publish my book and people take notice and see that I have a Twitch channel. That's the only way I can see my me getting affiliate is by making myself more well known because of the fact that I have a published work. It's just kind of frustrating.
I believe I'm quite getting the hang of this espionage business. This one should be of particular interest to you. One of the spies currently detained at the tower has been making some rather fanciful claims about a brotherhood of assassins, no less. You may want to silence him before he causes you and your associates undue trouble. Consider it my gift to you.
But I must escape. The blood is still fresh, so he must still be nearby. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I need to wait. I think it goes along a set path, maybe. And escape. And we did it. 100% sync.
I once loathed the very sight of your kind, in the same way you recoil in the presence of an arachnid. Humans were created by we who came before, the Isu. We crafted you in our image, but deprived you of our true gifts. You were bred for hard labor, and in extreme cases, war. We built great observatories to monitor you, devices to control you. We blessed you with resilience, but cursed you with ambition. And so you rebelled against us. I suppose we are to blame for the state of your species. Is it any wonder so many of these simulations revolve around violence?
So that's done. Go ahead and do this mission. Honestly, just kind of feeling a little bit dejected right now. It's getting like so hopeful because I genuinely thought that I would be able to get affiliate. Okay. Grab this. And so far, this isn't really that bad. Not what I want you to carry, dumbass. Dude, get out of the way. My phone buzz. Okay. Go ahead and get this done. I'm really surprised these other gang members, remaining ones, didn't alerted to those explosions. Oh well, some of them did. Going around and investigate. %% sync.
As our people clashed, we became distracted from an impending doom. A coronal mass ejection from our angry sun.
Hey,
The greatest minds of our time assembled to prevent the coming disaster. Among them, forthright Minerva, proud Jupiter, beloved Aita. We spent years locked away in the Grand Temple, attempting to find salvation. The others could only think of physical solutions. Yet I believed the only way to save us was to transform us. Inspired by the research of the great scientist Consus, I attempted to place Aita's mind into a stronger synthetic body. I failed, and my beloved died in my arms. The others shunned me.
To answer your question, doing pretty well. I actually managed to beat Pokemon Red for the first time. Via an emulator, and for the first time ever, I also completed the Pokedex. Today was kind of like an eventful day. Like I was never able to beat like a Pokemon game as a kid, and I finally managed to beat a game that I have struggled with. A game that I just could never beat when I was younger. I finally managed to beat it as an adult. Really, I think it's Pokemon Sword and Shield is the first time that I ever managed to beat a Pokemon game. And it's mainly because I have really been playing too much of the Pokemon games from Generation 6 with X and Y all the way up until I kind of skipped essentially Gen 6 and Gen 7, and I didn't play Pokemon again until Sword and Shield. But that's actually kind of nice to be able to do something you just couldn't do as a kid. By the way, Ella, just don't know if you saw my message, but I don't think that I can be able to get affiliate because I essentially still need a 0.3 more viewers to reach affiliate. So is it possible for me to pay for just one extra day for Friday's stream? Just in case I don't get it today. Hey, Kinsley.
I believe that shall help you greatly.
I'm pretty sure that after today, I may, if I don't reach the requirements for affiliate, I may just need one more stream. I just don't know. But I am, we did agree on doing this for 2 hours today because it's just, so when with the 2 hours is up, I'm probably gonna be in the stream, so we will manage it. Oh god, it's gonna kill me, it's gonna kill me, it's gonna kill me. What? That should have killed me. That fall would have killed me like in any other situation. Free allies too. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Where is... Oh, it's further in?
A woman has sneaked in! I'm not done with you!
Intruder! She's...
and try and lose him. Come on, you don't have a line of sight on me. There you go.
I'll back you up if need be. And I will plead no.
And I'm going to steal 3 documents. Okay, where's this other one? It's over there. I'm gonna take out the sniper first. That should be all the snipers taken care of. There we go. No, you just have to leave. Do you know we have a boss of sorts in this area? In this area, like as soon as we, I guess I can make like consider a gang leader. It's called spy leader here. In this World War I simulation. I just wonder if he will be affected by smoke bombs. If he will be affected by smoke bombs, then this could actually be a very easy, boss. But some enemies are resistant to it. Either steal. Where do I plant false information? Steal. There's. Where do I plant false information? Where do I don't get it. I'm actually gonna look this up. I don't know what I need to do here. What is this mission called? Doesn't actually say. Let's take a look at the map. Doesn't actually say. No. Here it is. It's Hopton's, is what it's called. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Hopton's. Plant false information. You can spot it. It's inside a building, sitting on a desk with some radio. Oh, I think I'm in that room. Apparently, there's a book here. But this isn't it. Oh, it's down there. I see it. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and plant the information in the book. And that optional objective is done.
She's here!
And now we just have to leave.
All of our efforts came to nothing. In the year 2306 of the Isu era, the sun unleashed its fury on my once great civilization. I perfected the work of Consus and made it my own. I salvaged Aita's brilliant essence and inserted it into the DNA of your rebellious kind. I sent him into the unknown future to be reborn again and again. I returned to the Grand Temple. I shed my physical form and entered the Grey. But stubborn Minerva and foolish Jupiter discovered me and sealed me inside. Entombed, I waited for the day when your technology might allow my return. That wait is nearly over.
Interesting. We actually kind of saw Juno be released at the end of Black Flag in the modern day section of that game. What am I doing on resources? Honestly, I'm probably fine to do this. I just kind of wish that Juno's story wasn't wrapped up in a comic book that no one really read. I feel like after her role in the story, like being introduced from as far back as Assassin's Creed 3 and just kind of teased up until this game, I do kind of feel it's just kind of, if you're just running the games, like the fact that her plotline just ended randomly does kind of make me wish that her story was actually finished in a game instead of just in a comic book. I think that would be an interesting game.
We believe one of the spies is posing as a nurse in the nearby facilities. She has been taking blood samples into odd-looking cubes and delivering them to an unknown accomplice. Perhaps you will be able to spot them during one of these illicit rendezvous. Good luck.
Okay. So far, so good. And liar on the bed of it wasn't working. Optional objective complete. Let's just go. Come on, get me out of here. Should lose him any minute now. Reaper belt.
We need not be enemies. I intend to build, to transform your age into something greater than you can currently comprehend.
Oh, there it is. Let's go over here and restock our supplies, then we'll do that spy hunt thing. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up. Then we just have the collectibles to get after this is over.
Miss Fry has uncovered the location of the sinister cult of spies plaguing our streets. You know your orders, lads. Follow her lead, and let us rid London of this menace.
That's it! Look at that! That's it!
Infiltrate Spy HQ. I don't remember this fight being particularly difficult. We may just breeze through this. That was so sketchy. I feel like if I were to try and do that, I probably would risk just headbutting the bridge. Let's see, there's a door I can interact with.
Who are the other group? Where do they get their orders from?
Tide is turning in our favor. We've laid the groundwork. Now it's up to them.
Not until the blade was in his heart.
Tide is turning in our favor.
I don't know why they keep secrets from us.
Get away from me!
There we go.
My beloved calls to me. You will not keep me from her.
Oh yeah.
You won't keep me from my beloved.
Get back here.
My beloved calls to me. You will not.
Sounds like he is a sage of the fact that he isn't saying my beloved. Dude.
Not another step. Do you understand? Why are you hiding up there?
Come on, leave. There you go.
Excellent work. The ringleader is dead, as are his bizarre disciples.
Is that it then?
Well, there is still a war on.
Then we both have our own affairs to attend to.
Know that you have done a great service to your country. Thank you.
Nice. That's actually really kind of cool looking cane sword.
The man Lydia Fry killed was my husband, Aita, reborn. Known in your time as a sage. Thank you for discovering his fate. His pattern will be added to my own. Perhaps you believe, as other assassins before you, that it is your duty to work against me. But consider this. It was an assassin who freed me from my prison. I am no longer she who lies in wait. I am the mother of wisdom. I am the nexus of flesh and machine. I am Juno. And if the greatest assassin of your generation can see things my way, then perhaps you can too.
Was she referring to Desmond there? She said, if the great assassin can see things your way, my way. Hey, that was easy.
Look no further.
And you got another one, the war at home.
Please make sure to come again. Do come back.
So what I just noticed is we actually don't have the ability to buy a map here. At least I don't think we do. We can go back to the portal. So we can buy a map from the shopkeeper, but we can't buy a treasure map for World War One, which makes me believe that I may have to use a collectible map online to find all the chests.
Are you okay? I don't know what happened. I thought I'd lost you.
There's another achievement, Wonder of the Age. Level 10. Yeah, let's see if we can buy a map here. If not, there's only one other thing that I can check, although I would really kind of hate it if that other one was a thing. Nope. Okay then, only one other thing to check now. Nope, nothing. Okay, so we are actually gonna have to pull up a collectible map. Which is really kind of unfortunate. Yeah, just give me 1 minute. Okay, it's going over here. Go ahead and remove shops. Okay, so just go and verify this. Actually, it may be over here. I'm looking at. Yeah, it's over there. There's a chest here. Yep, it does actually have everything. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to work. Someone said something in chat. I'm actually gonna have to refer to OBS in front of me to see someone's message. Because I'm just gonna have this collectible map open this entire time. Not what I want you to do. Let's see here. Let's first go over here. There's a chest right there-ish. Somewhere. Should be right around here. There it is. Go and grab this collectible. Gonna grab this letter from the front. I don't know if there's any achievements tied to getting all the letters in the front, but if there is, I'll be getting it here.
Forget to wash your hands afterwards. I won't say. Let this be a lesson to you.
Be reading the letters at the end of this stream in a database section, which is only for YouTube. Because not everyone really cares about the lore as much as I do, so. Which is reserved for gameplay, I guess you can consider YouTube is reserved for lore. It looks like that we have almost everything here. It's two chests in that northern part of the city that we don't have, so we'll have to discover them. It's so annoying that you can't buy a treasure map for the World War II section. I think that would be very easy for them to implement it. They did it for the main game, they just don't have it for this extra section. Ow!
Someone's making an intruder! Get her!
Come on, deactivate. I disabled a search slide, looks like it did. Any further up? Trying to figure out a way. Maybe it's getting it from up here. There we go. There's another letter from the front. Looks like it's on the roof. Let's see what's next. There is one here. There's two over here. Oh, really? That's not it. Okay, well, maybe do it from up here. Oh, you know what it is? I need a running start. Lydia! Now what I want you to do? Oh my god, this is so stupid. There you go. Finally got it. That was so dumb. Oh, this is the wrong way. There's probably an entrance on the north side. Or the south side.
Someone's been killed! Killed like a dead.
Okay, just grab this other chest. Open. So there is a letter from the front on these docks. So there is also a chest out here. And it's about as much as I wanted to cover. I guess, no, we'll save that for later. Let's go back to this viewpoint and now we'll clear the southern part of this, well, it's kind of, the eastern part of this district. I'm really bad with general directions. And scroll the map up. Okay, so there's chest here. There'll be 2 chests here. We only have 1 marked. There'll be 2 chests here. We have it. And a chest here. Okay, so it's just like these 2 chests. There's 1 chest that we have marked here. And then that's pretty much the only thing that we're missing. I do not envy those people that try to find all these chests on their own. Like, especially like if you look back in the days before the internet was fully developed. Those gamers that had to figure out like puzzles or collectibles, whatever, on their own, I do not pity them. Jesus, I will never ever be able to like do any of these games without be any sort of guide, I swear. Especially like Assassin's Creed games. Like, there are some games in Assassin's Creed games that it's just like so hard to find all the collectibles in, because there's some games where they don't have maps for it, like this world. Like this has World War I simulation. I genuinely think that if this game were to come out like somehow like 20 years ago, before the internet was fully developed, or maybe even like 30 years ago if we want to be more accurate, I will not be able to find all the collectibles with these. It's kind of the same way, like the old school Doom games. The old school Doom games that came out for PC has secrets, actual like secret areas that you have to discover for instant completion. I think the only way people reliably like kind of found them is just by like clicking every single wall. So you found like a wall that gave away. And it wouldn't surprise me if before like any sort of guide channel was created, and people were just gonna use like sort of like chat forums or something to find everything. Because I do know that those existed for a while. Like blogs is one of those first one of the first things that came up when the internet was created. You know that. And there's so many people that when the internet was created, they were just kind of resorted to blogging. Although the internet was also fairly limited, it can only do like a certain amount of things. But well, I guess I should clarify, like the internet when it's used by the public. I believe first internet was actually kind of used for computing. About 1 more hour left in our deal, in my deal with Ella, so probably get me in the stream in 1 more hour. And there we go. That's the southern part of the map cleared out. Go ahead and work on the gonna work on the center area. Gonna get the ones on the bridge first, and then I'll just go after the individual ones. There's quite a few collectibles on the bridge. I was just looking at OBS and I could just barely make out the number of viewers, and for a second there I thought it said 0 viewers. Like the 8 looked like a 0 from a distance. I actually kind of got a little bit nervous for a second. It's so dumb. Okay, so we actually had to do a couple leaps of faith. Nope, not it. I think I need to go for the other side. Ooh. How am I supposed to get this? I thought I had to drop on it. Oh, I think I actually know. I think I know what I need to do. I did see there was like a crane or something below the bridge. So I'm thinking maybe I need to zip line down. It's kind of like very creative positioning if that's the case. But I thought he had to do a leap of faith. Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, this is it. No, it's not. What the heck? Yeah, I thought I was onto something. It's gotta be from this bridge. I just don't know where. I mean, it could be. I actually think I had another idea. Maybe it's not going down, but going up. No. Okay, well then let's just go to another idea. We could zip lining across a drawbridge, raise bridges, and dropping midway through. That could work. I can't even. I just don't understand. Like, how am I supposed to grab this? Maybe it is from the bridge, but I don't know how I'm supposed to get it. I'm legitimately stumped. I don't see a way to get this. Because I couldn't, like, zip line to the other side of the drawbridge. Only thing I can think of. No, that's too far away. No. I thought this would lead to where I need to go. I don't understand. I'm supposed to grab this one. Maybe Google will have the answer. I figured it out. Dude, that is tricky. Oh, I just barely missed it. I figured it out though. It's just, it's so weird that you need to like do a leap of faith from a zip line. Still nothing. How close do I need to get? Because I'm literally about ready to touch the wall. This is so frustrating. There we go, we got it. Nice. God, that took a while. Adjust my camera a little bit. There you go. Grab this chest. Okay. So now we need to, we're gonna do the southern part of the map now. Or the eastern part, I should say. To go grab this one, and there is a chest found here. And there's a, they're gonna save this stuff for the other side of the map. It's just that one chest and that Helix glitch. There you go. So now we need to place a marker for you. And this should be almost the last thing. But this should be the last thing in this section, but still have the other side of the river to do. Trying to be efficient about this. I would like to be able to collect the all the collectibles before I end the stream today. See, now we need to go over here. So there are 3 collectibles in this northern section. Chest here, viewpoint here, and there's a chest here as well. Go ahead and grab this chest first. I'd like to say that when we are done with this area, we're going to be completing this our current story sequence. And when that is done, we're going to be clearing out the last district to gain activity before we just boss rush the story. So we're nearing the end of this. I think maybe in a couple more streams we will be done. Maybe 2 or 3 more streams. This game, as I said before, it isn't that long. It just has a lot of content in it, like a lot of collectibles and stuff. And we're actually kind of nearing the end of this already. Keep on hearing what sounds like my dad calling my name, but it's been going on for like the past hour. But if he needed something from me, he would just come to my room and tell me. I don't think he's actually calling me. I think it's just like saying something to the TV. It's like football season right now. He's been watching a lot of football. Honestly, kind of dislike this season, because of the fact that it just kind of gets chaotic in my house, especially as it gets closer and closer to the Super Bowl. I typically don't really care for sports. There's some sports that I do have a passing interest in, like baseball, but I don't really find watching sports to be that entertaining. Chest here. Chest here. The chest over here. Kind of more of an esports kind of guy. Kind of like more interested in professional gaming. I have not detected anything in this section. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chests in this area, and we have only have 3 marked. So we have a lot to get. And it's just in this like eastern part of the map. Come on. There you go. Oh, the soldiers are dead. I kind of feel bad like killing these soldiers, but they initiated the fight with me first. Would have been more than happy to let them live. Oh yeah, I got this one. Check. Okay, so there is chest here, and then there's a Helix glitch, and there should be another chest over here. Kind of weird that that chest is glitched. It's a graphic of it is glitched. It looks like it is up here. $28 to $40. only have 3 letters from the front left, and we should be getting an achievement. There's a chest. Oh, they said a lock chest. Oh, I don't have lock checks marked. Oh yeah, I do. Just overlapping. God, I hope I didn't miss any other lock chest. There's only 2 in here. Yeah, the other one's right there, okay. Oh, this is a U-boat, that's cool. Because we're only missing 10 chests now. Let's go ahead and grab you. It's further up. Yeah, there should be 2 chests in this northern. Actually, no, we got it. We were in the northern section. Okay, so now we just have this small section left to do. Gonna grab this letter from the front, and then we will go down and grab this chest. It'll work to clearing out this entire section here. So we only have about 30 minutes, I guess, before. Hey, Stella, sorry, I just saw you message. I'm kind of tabbed out right now as have a collectible map popped up because I don't have the ability to see some of these collectibles on the map. Nothing much, just trying to finish this area. is one of those locations where the collectible isn't popping up on the map, so I'm setting a marker for where. I can't climb over that. Oh, I need to press B. That's so dumb. Let's see here. There is 3 chests in this area. We only have 2 marked. Gonna go ahead and like look into this entire complex. There is a letter from the frontier. There's a chest that's unmarked here. Or 2 chests are unmarked here. And yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get things started. That's not what I want to do. Come on. There we go. Let me see. 2 chests here, and it says there's 3. There it is. I just got the 3rd one trigger. Okay, let's go ahead and grab him. Someone else just messaged, give me 1 minute. Again, like I'm tapped out, so I can't really see chat easily. Hey Daphne, I'm doing fine. Trying to get the rest of the collectibles in this district. I'm tabbed out right now. I currently have, a collectible map open up in a different window, so I don't really have Twitch open. So if someone messaged me in chat, the only way I can see it is by it popping up on is by me looking up and seeing it on Discord, on OBS. I mean. Okay, so there is another one found here. That was rude. Surprised he had a shot on me. I guess there is an achievement for collecting all the letters at the front.
Intruder! Stop her! Stop her!
That was actually pretty cool. I didn't realize it was that close to that zipline perk. Not skills, a progression log, perks. What did that give me? That gave me slightly decreased noise cost. Oh, that's nice.
You're not allowed here! Stop her! Stop her!
Trying to be fast about this because I am going to be into the stream soon. I would like to be able to get all the collectibles done this district. I think I will be able to. I think I'll just come up, just slightly be able to. I only have one smoke bomb left though. Where is this chest? Chest is where? I'm gonna set a marker on that. Oh, it's up there. How did I miss that? Okay, 2 more chests in this area. So now we should have everything once we grab the remainder of the collectibles. We shouldn't be missing anything else. Yeah, so once we get the remainder of these collectibles, it should be good.
Female intruder! I'll get her!
There you go. And just grab this chest, and we should only have one more collectible left to get. Let me go back to Twitch. It should be in the finish line now. This is the last one. Literally am not dealing with you. I just want to get this done, man. And his glitch is cleared. Okay, so now what we are going to do is fast travel back to the previous time, and we're going to be wrapping things up here. As I said before, I essentially made a deal with one of my friends and artists that I'm currently work with to have like 2 hours for a boosted stream, and I think the 2 hours are just about up. So I don't want to like risk like streaming for an additional hour when I probably won't have any viewers. So I'm just gonna be ending it here. Next time we will be doing the main story for the first time now. We will be starting with the EV missions, and we're going to be doing the Jacob as per usual. When that is done, then we are going to be clearing out Westminster, the last district in the game, and the last area of this city left unconquered. If you are remotely interested in what you see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for 100% completion. I'm going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Syndicate yet again next Friday, 1 p.m. Next Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be streaming Sims 3 Pets 100% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be streaming the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my name is Zach, and welcome to another post-stream session where I go over all of the new entries for the database. Today we have a lot of entries to read, so let's go ahead and get things started. Before I forget, I'm going to grab my headset because I get a feeling I may get some Assassin Intel with audio files. Alright. Go into progression log. We have World War 1, Spy Hunt, the Apothecary twins, last known location, medical triage center near the river. Briefing, these twins have more sinister motives than mere espionage. The sister, known as the night nurse, is rumored to be a scientist with a taste for conducting strange experiments on her patients. Her brother, the Watcher, supplies the drugs she administers. Together, they target triage centers, dealing with the overflow of wounded soldiers from nearby hospitals, using the wartime chaos to continue their experiments. Occupational hazard, bring the nurse's body to the morgue. Spy Hunt the Magpie. Last location, the Tower of London. Briefing, despite an apparent lack of intelligence, the Magpie was an exceptionally talented thief before the war, and now puts his talents to good use as spy. I need to take a drink. A bit of a calm mouth. He was recently captured after eavesdropping on an assassin meeting and has been detained in the Tower of London. There he is determined to share his discovery on the secret organization with anyone who will listen. Hopton's, a pub spy hideout. A pub with a reputation for violence and attracting a clientele of criminals and no-lives. Hopkins has often been considered a lost cause by the local police. It has, however, become much quieter in recent months, and shadowy figures are said to congregate in the building's upper floors. Mandatory sealed documents, optional plan to policy information. Clarence Stockhouse, warehouse spy hideout. Briefing, originally owned by paper merchants and abandoned shortly before the start of the war. This warehouse is believed to be used as a storage facility for British military equipment. Disreputable characters are currently manning its stores would indicate that the opposite may in fact be true. Objectives: mandatory, steal documents. Optional, destroy the spies' military equipment. 17 Walpole Lane, residential spy hideout. Briefing, the people who live on Walpole Lane have been too frightened to leave their homes late. There are whispers of a new resident who is affinity for cross would suggest him to be very religious, as well as a gang. A British man who appear under under his employ. I can think up now. By night, strange chanting can be heard coming from his building. Mandatory steal documents, optional free allies. And master spy hunt. There is a last location above a carpenter shop. There's very little information on the man we believe to be the master spy operating in London. He appears to have grander goals than simply spying for the Germans, though no one can say what these goals are. He instills fear among all those who dare to even hint at his existence. Okay, let's go into database. Encyclopedia. That just present day. People. Juno. Born, I have no earthly idea, but little we know about Juno is often taken from secondhand accounts. We first became aware of her when our friend Desmond relived the genetic memories of people who had come into contact with her in the past. What we know is that Juno is a member of the first civilization who lived on this planet before we did. This race of people created human beings as a slave race, but they rebelled and fought a long war. Woo, go us! Back then, though, Juno was part of something called the Capitoline Triad. Alongside fellow precursors Jupiter and Minerva, they were scientists of sorts, working together to try and stop a massive solar flare from destroying the planet. Only it seems like Juno was also looking to use the chaos to seize power and take over, and so she was imprisoned inside a grand temple on the East Coast. However, it seems that while in prison, she somehow transformed from a physical being into a digital one, and she was able to reach out to various humans throughout time in an effort to free herself. And get this, we freed her, us, the assassins. Now she's loose, a literal ghost of the machine, in the gray as she calls it. Her description of living as a digital entity, nobody knows what she wants or even what she's capable of. All I know is she's dangerous, she killed a friend of mine, and she's our responsibility. Miscellaneous. Instruments of the First Will. The instruments of the First Will is a cult of Juno worshippers. They believe that we should go back to the way things were when the first civilization was around. It's what we humans should, that we humans should subjugate ourselves to the precursor race. Imagine it would be like living in Arkansas. As we just seen some Juno themed cultists in World War I, it's likely that there have been Juno worshippers since the fall of the first civilization. However, I don't know that they were the same as the group that currently operates today. Not often you'll hear me use the phrase "I don't know," by the way, so do make sure you enjoy that. Anyway, there is sometimes, but not always, a stage involved. Honestly, with Juno's digital consciousness out there could be groups of them anywhere. There was a group of them found in Abstergo Entertainment in Montreal, and I suspect there were some mucking about in Paris last year, around the same time we were. I've seen intelligence and suggest that the instruments and Abstergo have an uneasy working relationship, helping each other locate precursor artifacts. I don't fancy the idea of either group getting their hands on too many. At least Abstergo is the devil we know. Stages. Let's see, so it has John Standish from Abstergo, German, and Roberts in that picture. A sage is a term used to identify the reincarnation of Ida, a member of the first civilization, inside of a human being. Ida was a husband of Juno. There's a joke about the binding shackles of marriage here, but I'll leave the jokes to you. Databases are serious business. From what I understand, Juno managed to manipulate human DNA so that his consciousness could re-emerge periodically, almost at random. What this means is a person will be born with their own personality, but they will eventually kind of possess the memories of Aita. Most sages possess a distinctive identifying trait, heterochromia. Often the sages bear a strong physical resemblance to Aita and to each other, and to date only male sages have been identified. But I believe that there is a small chance that female sages could also manifest. My cousin Mark has 2 different colored eyes. We should take some of his blood the next time we're in Vancouver. You know, just to be safe. Rebecca Crane. Sages are valuable to Abstergo because, according to them, a normal human genome contains roughly 0.0005% of first civilization DNA. But a sage can have up to from 5% to 6% of their genomes. That doesn't sound like much, but the more samples Abstergo retains, the closer they get to sequencing a first civilization genome and unlocking their powerful artifacts. Now, before we could more easily identify them, there were sages that managed to sneak their way into the history books. The dreaded pirate Bartholomew Roberts, and even a couple of Templar Grandmasters, Jackson Molay and Francois Thomas Germain. More recently, an Abstergo entertainment employee named John Standish tried to use our technology and a helpless fleshly volunteer to bring back his beloved wife. Do you think there's ever been an assassin stage? It looks like he found another sage operating in World War I, this German spy master, but honestly, by the looks of it, he wasn't one of the better ones. Still, when things quiet down, we ought to send someone to see if there are any of his remains left in the city. Let's see, reconstructed data number 18, genetic memory export subject Perato Caldera, number 104, date 1498, location Agnadello. My order keeps an artifact in Agnadello, one of the powers I cannot explain. If it can heal my child, I will travel any distance. I will need a horse, but I cannot return to the convent to retrieve my own. I pull a soldier from a shadow and challenge him for his mount. I chose a dangerous victim. This man has skill with the longsword. I take no other man's armor, exploit his weakness. A swift boot to his crotch drops his guard. We lock ways and he pushes me to the ground. I barely dodged his next move by throwing dirt in his eyes. We are starting to draw a crowd. I must end this soon. He bears my attacks and turns to thrust to my chest. I spin, yet he manages to draw blood. The soldier is my equal, but my desperate tactics best him. I take his horse and I'll return for my sons. Someday I will repay Rila's kindness. So first I must finish what I have started. I secure my child and set out for Agnadello. Let's see, second memory of Perato Cordeon, date 1498, location Agnadello. I knew we were being chased, but I'd hoped for more time. We have only made us watch Firenze, but I will have to stop to plan an ambush. Alexander's men will be here soon. I leave my horse in alcove and bring my son to hide in the forest, my bow ready. The baby cries. I put an arrow through the back of one old man's head before he can turn to face me. One of the soldiers, possibly their leader, has remained on his horse. I shoot an arrow into the flank. The beast hurls his rider from a saddle and tramples him. They return fire. I hear the arrows rip through the foliage surrounding me, but none manage to come close enough to worry me. My arrow goes wide. I correct my aim and the follow-up hits. At first, I believe I missed my mark, but the arrow has nearly buried itself in my target. The rest of Alexander's hunting party turns tail. I was spooked him, but for how long? I'm back on the road immediately, pushing my horse hard. Memory export 304, Perato Corderon, date 1498, location Agnadello. My brothers have traveled from Agnadello to greet me. So strong, they know why I'm here. They will not allow me to use a child. None shall stand in my way. Vincenzo, since only yesterday we trained together. I tried to wound him, but he's not holding back. He exposes his side and I react. I will mourn him later. Why do they face me one at a time? Together they could easily take me. One of our recruits sleeps low and I swing high. I have left him with a horrible scar, but he may survive. I hear the soft click of wrist blade and immediately thrust behind me. My sword connects with an assassin moving in for the kill. I throw a knife Dixie's into my shoulder, and I shudder as I pull it out and hurl it back to its owner right eye. I leave my brothers either dead or disabled and continue. There's no return to the order, no return to Roma, only Agnadello. Puerto Calderon, 404, date 1498, location Agnadello. My enemies will come in greater numbers if my brothers do not reach me first. I give my life for my son, gambling everything upon legend, where I'm empty of faith and I'm filled with desperate hope. So beautiful, it is a plain thing, carefully folded inside a simple wooden box, but it's also so much more. It speaks inside my head. I feel that it wants to heal my wounds. No, I'm here for my son. I wrap his tiny body in the shroud. Flawed material, it tells me. I tell it he is not flawed, but it says I order it to heal him. I feel as though my head will burst. It takes all my concentration to keep from blacking out. My son screams. I have to force myself to keep leaving with the cloth. What chance does he have without it? I cradle my baby wrapped in the shroud. It is humming an eerie song, and the voice in my head matches the tune. Your pain is temporary. Ignore it. It demands. Does it not understand that he is a mere infant? I remove my son from the shroud. He's no longer crying. He looks up at me with glossy eyes, and I wonder if he has been truly healed. Has this been worth the pain I've caused? I return the shroud to its box and leave. Interesting. I don't know who Peralta Calderon is. Photo 1, Lydia Fry, date of birth 19 March 1893, born into relative comfort. Jacob's granddaughter Lydia was initially reluctant to enter into the family business, preferring to concentrate on her studies. However, it was this very education that showed her just how much influence the Templars still held over the history of the world. After seeing friends and family fall in the secret battle, she decided to join the fight. Lydia's parents are often engaged in assassin missions across the continent, so the role of instructor fell to her grandfather Jacob and great-grand-aunt Evie. She became a very well-balanced assassin, one who could carefully assess any situation and strike with precision. But one could also think for herself, and improvise when the plan fell through. Lydia fell in love with a fellow assassin named Sam Crowder, and they were married shortly before the outbreak of the First World War. Assassins from all over Europe were pulled in every direction in order to have a presence in every theater of war and seat of power, while Sam, along with many others from the British Brotherhood, enlisted in the army. Lydia took it upon herself to stay and watch over London. After securing the elder Fry safely away in the countryside, Lydia returned to London and worked alone to protect it not only from the German spies and the manipulative British right of the Templar Order, but also from any new and strange threats that sought to take advantage of the chaos. Winston Churchill, date of birth 30 November 1874, born in 1874 into an influential aristocratic family. Winston believed to have destined for great things from the start and was obsessed with eclipsing his ancestors. All very wealthy, among them his father, Lord Randolph Churchill, who served as Chancellor of Exchequer, and the first Duke of Marlborough, and won a series of battles against the French in the War of Spanish Succession, which makes him rather likable in my eyes. In 1895, Winston Churchill joined the British Army, serving in the Indian Northwest frontier and the Sudan. 4 years later, he left to work as a war correspondent and was taken prisoner by the Boers while reporting on the war in South Africa. He escaped by traveling almost 300 miles into Mozambique. It was after this that he entered politics, quickly developing a reputation for self-aggrandizement, particularly after his highly publicized presence in a police siege on the streets of London, where he allegedly gave direction on the ground. In 1911, he became the first Lord of Admiralty and oversaw the modernization of the British Navy. It was in this position that he was first involved in the First World War, obsessing over how to counter the German submarine threat. Forced to resign over the failed battle of Gallipoli, Churchill stepped outside of politics to lead a brigade on the Western Front, experiencing the war firsthand before returning to Britain, where he became Minister of Munitions in 1917. His supervision of the production and delivery of tanks, planes, and ammo to the front was credited as a significant contributor to Germany's defeat. It was his role during the Second World War for which he was remembered most remembered, though. As Prime Minister during the conflict, he was celebrated for his tactical nous, don't know what that word means, leadership and steadfast refusal to allow the Nazis to succeed. Later, he would continue to shape world events, pushing for social reform in Britain and winning the Nobel Prize for Literature. He died of a stroke in 1965, arguably having achieved precisely what he set out to do in his youth. Tower Bridge. By the last quarter of the 19th century, commerce in the East End has reached such levels that it was necessary to build a new bridge to support its development. The committee in charge of selecting the design had to contend with the difficulty of late 19th century river traffic, which led to the final choice of a two-level bridge. A lower bascule bridge, which could be raised to allow tall master ships to pass, and an upper walkway, which pedestrians could use at all times. The structure of the Tower Bridge, which earned its name due to the proximity to the Tower of London, began in 1886 and lasted 8 years. It required a monumental engineering effort, not least in the creation of the hydraulic system used to operate the bascules. Its huge pumping engines were driven by steam until 1976, when they were replaced by an electrical system. The upper walkway was seldom used and became a haunt for criminals and prostitutes, leading to its closure in 1910, which seems a rather unexciting decision. Although it gained a new function during the First World War as a site for some of the many anti-aircraft guns installed to protect the city from German Zeppelins. First World War spies. Despite little evidence of their activities, the British public became obsessed with the idea of German spies lurking around every corner during the war. Fueled by popular fiction and tabloid newspapers, this paranoia overestimated both the number and the quality of enemy spies on British soil, laying blame on those damn crowds for any and all misfortune. Nevertheless, espionage was a real threat in every country involved in the war, with military codes and events notice of troop movements and at risk of falling into enemy hands. In Britain, it was up to Scotland Yard and MI5 to separate the imagined spies from the real ones, the most famous of which was Karl Hans Lodi. With very little training or guile, Lodi was discovered sending telegrams to Germany using simple codes and at times even plain text. A real genius move that. He was arrested in Ireland in October 1914 and was executed in the Tower of London the following month. He was the first person to be executed there in 167 years, so it's not like he never achieved anything. 10 other spies would follow his fate in the remaining years of the war, with others in prison or executed elsewhere. August 1914. Dear Mother and Father, I know that you have fretted over me since I decided to come here, but I'm having a most wonderful time and learning to become a man at last. The lads like to tease me because I am so slight, just as I did back home, but with the rifle in my hands, I'm just as strong as any of them. Yesterday we stopped for a pleasant afternoon in a small Belgian market square, sharing cigarettes under the sun, and this morning we marched alongside Mons Canal. That will be sure to find it in our book of world maps, I'm sure. We're all ready and eager to face Germans and put an end to the silly war. They got to learn that they can't bully the world like this, and we're going to teach them a lesson. I'll be back home in weeks and I can start work at the factory just like you wanted. They won't turn a war hero away. Love, Artie. Private Arthur Harris died in the first battle between British and German troops days later. That's sad. December 1914. Dear Alfie, how are you, old John? This is like years since I left for France with the lads. It's only been 2 months. I know in the past I've teased you, Alfie, but that bad leg of yours is a blessing in disguise. Truth is that you haven't missed out on the excitement. Maybe at first it felt that way, but the longer things get on, the more this feels like a terrible punishment. It will be Christmas soon back in England, but not out of these cold and wet fields. This week we have dug out a new trench, and we all joke that were digging our own graves. That's typo. We were digging our own graves. We laughed at Alfie, but I wonder if that wasn't truth, and that we all knew it. Your chum Gerald. Private Gerald calling for a return to England and spent the rest of the war in a military hospital. I wonder if all these letters have sad endings. Dear Father Spencer, I'm writing you because I don't wish to burden myself on my family, and you have so much often been a source of spiritual solace. It's true I haven't always been the most diligent churchgoer in town, but I live for this war with prayer in my heart and your words when last we spoke. I've been ever present in my mind. It can only be God's grace that allows me to write to you with so many of my companions suffering a worse fate. You may have read in the papers of the fighting happening by the River Somme. However terrible their accounts, never alarming the number of casualties reported, nothing can ever come close to describing the horror of the battlefield. All I remember is the noise and the sliding of my boots in the mud as I ran. It wasn't only mud. Father, it wasn't only mud. Once I fell and lay in it, mercifully unconscious, I woke to find something heavy weighing me down. I lay there for what seemed like hours, too afraid to move until someone pushed the body off me and saw I still lived. How could such things happen in the world, Father, and how are we to bear them? Stephen Bennings. Sergeant Bennings returned home weeks after the Battle of the Somme and was diagnosed with shell shock. That's sad. March 1915. Dear Katie, I want you to know that I am well and still in the north of France. The photograph you gave me is a constant source of comfort. No matter what's happening around me, I can look at the picture of you in your parents' garden and feel the warmth of the summer's day. I haven't forgotten my vow. Soon I shall return and we shall be married, and then all this awfulness will be forgotten. I ask you not to read the accounts that are appearing in the newspapers in the meantime. They will only worry you without cause. Think of me as I was in our last days, standing in the station in my new uniform, and know that the train will bring me back. Will not be long now. Your ever-loving Christopher. Corporal Christopher Albin was killed in battle 3 weeks later. That's sad. April 1915. Dear Uncle, I'm recovering quite well from my wounds, so the doctors tell me. There's still such a thick air of dejection in the hospital, and we all remember the friends that we lost and what a futile effort we lost them. The scenes of Dardanelles will haunt us for many years, I expect, but though I was pleased to hear your news from home. Churchill deserves much worse than to be cast out of the Admiralty for the mess he brought us into at Gallipoli. If, as you say, he is making plans to see the Western Front for himself, then no doubt his recklessness will bring him graver punishments. I look forward to sailing home once I am sufficiently well, and I appreciate your offer of a post in Westminster. I intend to do you proud and to endeavor to win this war from the opposite of London, since I could accomplish so little here. Your faithful nephew, George. Lieutenant George Featherweight had a sort of career as a politician and prospered as a businessman after the war. September 1915. Dear Mother, just want to let you know that we've arrived at the Lou, way at the top of France. We're not making jokes about the name now that we're here, and everyone is very, very nervous while we wait for the order. Everyone tells us grim stories, and every day you hear something worse. I think you're right that it was a very silly thing to do, coming here and lying on the form like that. If we tell everyone that I'm only 17 and that I should be sent home, everything will be alright. Ask Reverend Farrell and he can talk to the right people, because I'm really not supposed to be here and I want to come back. All my love, Francis. Private Francis Kelly was reported missing a week later. His body was uncovered. I wonder if he went AWOL. That sounds like it's implied to be that he went AWOL. Which is away without leave. Dear Becky, your brother Andrew has asked that I write to you, as he is presently unable to do so himself. Please don't be alarmed, though. He has only the most superficial wounds and is recuperating nicely. Would like me to tell you that the injury was incurred during a daring one-man incursion into enemy territory, where he defeated half the German employment while escaping with mere scratches. I feel I should succumb to the truth and tell you instead that he accidentally set off his rifle while punching it. That's funny. Luckily, the bullet only grazed his arm. He hopes you are well and that those damn Zeppelins have failed to deliver their bombs anywhere near Bromley. I certainly hope to meet you one day, as your brother has told me so much about you. Until then, I remain your faithful servant and Andrew's right hand. Peter Sterling. Both Corporal Andrew Fellows and Corporal Sterling were killed months later when the vehicle transporting them was hit by mortar fire. That's sad. April 1916. My dearest Emma, I don't know if you've received my letter, and I hope this finds you and Harry well. Last week has been very difficult. We marched over 12 miles before we found the old trench, and almost right away the German shells started to hit us and shake the earth. Never was I more frightened in all my life. Every night I pray for you both, and I see your faces when I close my eyes. Never forget that I love you, Terrence. Terrence O'Connor returned home at the end of the war. That's the only positive story. May 1916. Dearest mother, thank you for the chance of food. He said they didn't have me popular with the lads here. I'm getting quite along, but getting along quite well. But as always, I miss you terribly. I read little Tommy's letter and wish I could have been there with you. You must have been so frightened when those bombs started falling. Of course, Tommy thinks the Zaps are the most exciting thing ever to happen in London. But you must make sure he doesn't try to leave the house and get a better view of them. If they ever come your way again, which I hope and pray they don't. The weather here is getting better every day. Your loving son, Jeremy. Corporal Jeremy Talbot returned home 6 months later. 2 weeks after his younger brother Tommy was killed after a Zeppelin bomb hit his school. That is sad. Wow. June 1916. Dear Lizzie, Daddy is still far away from his grand adventure, but he misses you very much and thinks of you every moment. I know you wanted with all your heart and that I should be there for your birthday, and I wanted to. I hope you like the present I sent. Hold it tight and when you go to sleep, and that way I'll be closer to you. You must do everything Mommy tells you. I must study hard. I must study hard at school and make you very proud, as I know you will. Already from your letter, I can see on I see right and how clever you are getting. I have made a new friend here. He likes to write too. His name is Wilfred, and he spends much of his time writing poetry. If you're a good little girl, I'll ask him to write a poem for you. Would you like that? With all the love in the world, Daddy. Sergeant Michael Peril was killed at the Battle of Somme the following month. Right, like all these stories are sad. Terminology is an unstable glitch glitching. Let's step through it and to be transported to a different era in London. Prepare to face challenges that wait there. Okay, so we are going to be fast traveling to here. And we're going to be in the stream here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Recording here.